Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Today we're going to talk about 3 scrambling techniques that if you can get down and master, you're going to bring down your scores dramatically when you do get in trouble. So we've all been in the woods, we've all had some troubles. Pay attention, give me about 3 or 4 minutes of your time, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to scramble. Here we go. First one I was going to talk about is a turbo putt. So there's lots of ways to putt. Typically when you have something in your face up high and you're really struggling to try to putt up high, the easiest way to really do that is a turbo putt, and it's coming up high off your body. And there's several different ways to grip this. I think the easiest way is having your thumb right here in the middle and your fingers resting on the outside, and you're basically just holding it like this and then throwing it toward the basket with a spin of your wrist, okay? The other option is putting these 2 fingers down and under with your thumb right in the middle. So again, it's outside and fingers under, and the same exact way you're throwing and spinning your wrist, okay? So let me show you a little bit what these look like. Again, this seems to be the easiest for me. It's just tough to get a lot of distance. If you're a little further away and you want to try this, it's going to wobble a little bit at first, but if you can let it go out of your hand, this is going to get you a little more distance. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, we have this bush here in front of us, and it makes it really difficult. So we're going to try to go up over it with the turbo. So we're just going to get our body lined up. Try to follow through with these. So as I said, the other putt to scramble, so we did the turbo with the thumb on the underside. Now if we do it with this way, what would that look like? Almost the same way. These are going to get you a little more distance. Again, on a wide open putt, there would be no reason to try this, but just to show you what it looks like, here it is. This is not my comfortable one. I almost prefer the upside down. This is a little harder to get out of your hand. See what I mean? Look up Dutch Napier, look up Johnny McRae. They're the king of turbo putts that way. So good at it. So give it a try though. If you have something above your head, you need to go high, it's really a lot easier to just get another 20 or 30 feet with that turbo putt. So, okay guys, the next shot that we're gonna focus on is a sidearm roller. Now the sidearm roller can be done with a lot of different discs, and each disc is gonna have a different job to do. So on putters, if you're really close, maybe inside 100 feet, you might want to try a putter. You're going to have some that are going to be cut rollers that you're going to put down on an angle like this, and you're going to have others that you're going to lay up more straight and have it cut over to the left. So I'm doing the same exact grip, 2 finger, thumb on the outside, and just trying to get it down nice and flat. And you have to check the surroundings. You have to check to see if there's stuff on the ground that you could potentially hit. Those could impact your rollers, right? So just be aware. So let's try a couple of these out and see how they go. Wow. So we're gonna try a faster disc for the sidearm roll. The harder you throw an understable or flippier disc, it's gonna cut over faster. Most all of your sidearm roller discs are gonna cut off to the left, okay? As you go more overstable, it's gonna keep that line and probably not turn or take a lot longer to turn. So it all depends about how hard you throw it. That's what's gonna determine how fast it turns or if it turns at all, okay? So let's give it a shot. I got 2 kind of flippier discs. We'll try to get those to kind of cut out and over, okay? We're gonna try to go for this red basket on the left up here, which I don't know if you can see or not, but Much better on the second one. Okay, so now we're gonna try 2 of them with some overstable discs and see if we can get them to hold. There's a basket on the right-hand side over on the wood line that I'm gonna try to get the disc to just hold that cut over. Put a little bit more angle on this and it should just hold. A little deep, but you saw the angle and how it held. Try one more. A little too much. So the big thing with these sidearm rollers, they're very touchy and require a lot of practice. So don't give up, keep the angles, think about your stability. Should work out for you and help you save some strokes. Okay, so finally, the last one is a Tomahawk or a thumber. So a couple things. On a Tomahawk, we're gonna be going overhand, okay, like a baseball. We're doing 2-finger, just as we would with the sidearm, so 2-finger, thumb in. And on the Tomahawk, we're gonna go with a little bit of angle. So you don't wanna throw it straight up and down, kind of like the sidearm roller. We're throwing it with a little angle, hitting the ground like this. The Tomahawk is gonna be a little bit more at an angle, so we're gonna go over our head, okay? The key is the discs are gonna do different things. So a putter is gonna go fairly straight like you might expect. It's not gonna have a lot of corkscrewing effect or any of that. As you step up to a faster disc where you need to get more distance, this is a flippier, more understable driver. And so when I throw this really hard with a little angle, it's gonna corkscrew faster and come down to the left a little bit. This one is really overstable. It's a Nuke OS. And when I throw this, it's gonna go out to the right a little bit more, take longer to come back. So it all depends on how fast you need that disc to come back around. Do you need it to go over to the right and then back to the left? So you need to try to practice with your discs and figure out what is what. This isn't a shot you're gonna do every day, but it's definitely gonna help you scramble. So let's take a look at how these fly a little bit. Okay guys, we're gonna try the Tomahawk with 2-finger putters, okay? So this should go a little bit straight. The basket's just over the hill past the trees. Not sure if you can see it or not, but I'm just gonna try to line my body up just like a baseball with a little bit of angle on it, okay? Pretty straight. You got a little bit of tailwind kind of pushing them out a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to try it with a faster understable driver. This is an Avenger SS, which is what I would usually roll. So I'm going to throw this pretty hard and it should pop back around and go to the left a little bit. Just hit the chains. I don't know how that happened. This is very overstable, Nuke OS. And what you'll see with the drivers that are really stable, they go off to the right pretty hard before they start to come back, okay? Okay, I'm gonna try the same 3 discs with the Tomahawk. So I'm gonna go putter, which is gonna go fairly straight. This may not get all the way to the basket, which is probably a little over 200 feet away. I've got a understable driver, Avenger SS, which should corkscrew pretty fast. And then I have a Nuke OS, which is gonna probably hold that line a little longer before it starts to fade back. So let's see how they go. That last one, I did not get it turned enough, so it almost hit the ground. So you got to get that angle right to let it actually fly and come out. So now the opposite of the Tomahawk that we're doing 2-finger this way is what it's called the thumber. So it's putting your thumb inside. There's lots of different ways to grip it. I usually will put my thumb inside and these fingers out here, and you're kind of doing the same throw with a baseball, with just a little bit of angle. And instead of the disc coming around this way, it's going to do the exact opposite. It's going to come around this way. So it's going to change your spin, change the flight characteristics. So if you need the disc to go left, you might throw a Tomahawk. If you need the disc to go right, you might throw a thumber. Again, this is not something you're going to do every single day, but if you're in trouble and you have stuff in front of you and you have to do something, it helps to know what the shot is going to do. And again, think about what disc you're throwing. If you're throwing an understable driver really hard, it's going to come out faster, as opposed to an overstable driver. It's going to take a little longer, probably get a little more distance before it comes out. So let's give it a shot. These are pretty close. Try it with a buzz. Thank you all so much for joining once again. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and follow. Make sure you click the little bell. That will alert you and let you know when new videos come out. Hope to see you guys on the course soon. Have a good holiday. Be safe.